Hi, dear viewers. Welcome to this app presentation. Today, I'm going to present you our final project, an app called Kasuwa. So, Kasuwa is a Nigerian word for market. Behind the scene, developing this app, there was me. My name is Narindra, Rakotonjanahary. There was Oluwakemi Richard and Omolola Richard. What is Kasuwa? Kasuwa is a social media-like app which aims to display goods and services, and who aims as its users, small and medium businesses, and even individuals who want to reach a large audience for their products, for their services, for their goods. The main sponsor for this app is a person who runs a small food business. And through this app, her goal is to reach a larger public. And we've set some features at the starting of this semester. We've set the main required features were search bar, display products and description, create and delete these products, and also to display a cart list, a kind of shopping cart list. Stretch goals, we were setting a login system for users to be able to log in with credentials, and the registration system. We plan to be able to share the content of the app on social medias like Facebook or Instagram, things like that. And lastly, as a third stretch goal, we aimed to be able to add comments for each product, like a comment area where every user can comment on the products displayed. At this point, among the main required features, we were not able to implement the deletion function yet. And among the stretch goals, we were not able to implement the share on social media function and the comment functions. So the few functioning items and functions right now on the app are those listed here. It is able to display products and description. It is able to create products. It is able to search products by keywords. It displays a cart list, but it doesn't run exactly like expected yet. We made some mistakes there too, but we have in mind how to fix it, but we didn't have time to develop the fix. So right now the cart list runs, but it doesn't run exactly like it should do. On the other hand, we also reached one of our stretch goals, which is the login and registration system. So right now, let's dive into the presentation of the app functionality. Okay, so once you open the app, the user arrives at this welcome screen where the user has two choices, as he or she can create an account clicking this register button, or if the user already has credentials, he or she can use that to log into the app. So let's try the registration first. If you click on the registration, you have this kind of form that a user can fill and then register. So to create an account, the user can have to provide a name, an address, an email address, and a password. So each field, if it's not filled correctly, displays error messages. Like right now, if I click on register, we have this message, full name is required. So if we enter a full name, like let's say Jane Doe, then if I click on register, it says that address is required. So let's say 11 First Street. UK. And once again, registered, then it asks for an email. So if the user enters a wrong email format, it won't work. Let's say user enters reader. It does work. It says please provide a valid email address. So let's try jdo at user.com. And lastly, the password is required. So as a password, let's say jdo user. Okay, once everything is provided, the user can click on the register button to create an account. Then the app runs and saves the credentials to the Firebase database. Then you have this little toast on the bottom saying that registration was successful. And if we check on the Firebase database, there should be, let's refresh the page. There should be a Jane Doe user credential somewhere. Here it is, JDoe. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use this user, the first user that we created, to navigate and use the app. But we can use any of these users, everything will be fine. So let's log in with user at user.com. Password is user01. Then login. Then the app checks for the registration credentials, and then it loads the last items created on the database. Actually, my internet connection is not very good, so it takes some time to load the items, but with a good internet connection, it takes few time to load every item on the home screen. So, okay, so there we go. So here we have this list. Here are the items that were created by different users of the app. On the top left, we have this logo. Then we have this cart button. It does work perfectly right now, but it is still improvable. Then we have this new button. This is used when the user wants to add a new item. And lastly, there is this search button, which is among the first requirements. Search bar. display products and description, create product cart list. So we have these functions and buttons for these. And we have this list. This is the default home screen. So once the user opens the app, this is what he or she sees. Okay, so let's try first the search button. The search button starts a new activity, which is the search activity. And if the user wants to go back, it is possible to click on this button. Then it returns to the main screen. So let's say the user search for a keyword, any keyword, milk. The user can specify a category right here, if it is a service or a product, or leave it blank. So the search will go through any category for that category, then search for it. Then it displays what the search query found on the database. So here we have two entries. The first is Milky Avenue. The second is Milky Way. So if the user clicks on one of these, it drives the user to this details page where the user can access the photo, the name of the product, the category, some details about the product. And then if the user clicks this add to cart button, this should be added to his shopping cart list. But let's go back to the main screen to find out how the other functions work. So this was about the search function. Now the add function with this button, the new button, the user has the ability to create a new product. So the user can create a product by entering the name, let's say product. Then he can enter some description. So let's say this product is for babies. We promote healthy and available, blah, blah, blah. And then the user can choose a category. He can choose between services, products, or leave it blank. Okay, so for this one, let's go for products. And lastly, the user can choose a picture. So right now it's browsing the mobile phone. Look for some image. Let's go for this one. And then once it's done, the user can click the save button. Then this pages, the thing you created is processed and sent to the database, and then the app returns to the home screen. And as you noticed, the last product created is displayed on the home screen, so it is added on the top. The other products are on the just coming right after that. If we check on the Firebase database, this product should be the last product that we created is saved in the Firebase real-time database. Okay, it looks like you won't display it here, right here. As I told you that my internet connection is very poor, but Actually, it is JSON serialized, and it is stored and saved in this database. Okay, let's skip that and continue the app demonstration. It doesn't work. You don't want to display. So this was the search. This was the new product, and then to try the shopping cart. Right now, the way it was developed is that if we click on the shopping cart button, there would be a list displayed right there. Because we made a really big mistake right here. So we already have some. The problem here is that no matter who the user is, it would display the same list. One positive thing is that any user can choose from any of these products by clicking from the main list right here, or after searching. Let's try search for C, search it, display it, and add it to cart. And then if we go back to the shopping cart, you see the product is added in here. If we choose another product from the main list right here and add it to cart, you see you have this little toast saying that it was added successfully. And if we open the cart, shopping cart list, we have the 3 products right here. At this point, the problem with this feature, the shopping cart feature, is that it is displaying and saving any input from any user. So no matter what a user is logged in, it always uses the same cart list. Actually, we kind of know how to fix that, but and hopefully we didn't have enough time to develop it, because basically it is possible to associate a list of a string list of product IDs for each and every user object. So once the user is logged in, it will download the same products that are listed in this list, and it can move, change and update and erase some objects from it, but from this list. But right now, this feature doesn't work correctly. So if we go check on the requirements list, we have a search bar, which is working with keywords. It is not an advanced search bar. It is possible to implement an advanced search bar, but the only solutions that we found online were paid solutions. So we went for the easiest and the simplest solution. So the solution that is implemented in our app right here displays products and descriptions. So here we have a list. Sorry. How to get rid of that? Okay. So here we have a list on the home page. So each time you click on an item, you can have the image and the details. The details can be as long as the user wants it. So if we go for Milky Way, you see there are some more. There are some products with more details than the others. We can retrieve the same display from the search activity as well. So we are able to display products and descriptions. We are able, as we demonstrated, to create objects. Right now, we are not able yet to delete products. We can imagine that the same way that we imagined a shopping cart list, the user could have a created item list and update this list as the user creates and deletes products and updates the database as well. Lastly, the cart list, as showed before, we've had the cart list, though it doesn't work correctly. And finally, as a stretch goals, we were able to implement a login and registration system. So lastly, okay, yes, here it is. Lastly, I would like to show you how the database structure is. So basically, this is JSON-based data structure, which is the default structure for Firebase. So for each items added in the cart, they are listed with IDs, sub items with different datas. The same goes for products. And we also have users database, which is different from authentication database. So this is Kasuwa. This is a pretty nice app that we know is still improvable a lot, but that we are proud of. Thank you for viewing.